Hello, welcome back to the Memory Arcade. We gotta hustle. No, we're gonna enjoy this final stage, final leg of our journey through Final Fantasy VII Remake universe. But I'd like to wrap it up before I go traveling next week. After which I'll also not be around for a few weeks to stream. I'll try to maybe pop into socials and I don't know, drop some amusing shit posts and whatnot. But yeah, there will not be any memory arcade for a little while until February. All the more reason to wrap this up. This right now might actually be a shorter session, but I plan on doing another one later tonight or tomorrow at the latest. But we're in Shinra Tower. We got our first key card. We got some short little cutscenes that showed us that's an interesting puzzle. That's the commands menu, but what opens the start menu on default? M. Huh. I like playing my games ideally with PlayStation icons, not because I'm a PlayStation super fan. In fact, I don't even own a PlayStation 4 or 5. But across the myriad of button situations, well, it's not a myriad, but it's a handful, and I find triangle, square, circle. The cross is kind of ambiguous, you know, with X buttons on various consoles, but I find it helpful just to, you know, don't get ADHD brain in the middle of QuickTime event or whatnot. This game doesn't really have that, but you get the idea. Also, this particular game, Final Fantasy VII, I do associate a lot with the PlayStation. Let me adjust my microphone real quick. In fact, Final Fantasy VII was the reason I bought one as a wee lad, or I think I may have bought the PlayStation from my allowance. I'm not sure if it was like subsidized by my parents, like whether they threw in like $100 or whatever. I honestly don't recall. But yeah, got the PlayStation, got it a few weeks before Final Fantasy VII was even out, and I didn't really have any plans for getting another game. So I ended up playing the demo disc, the one with the T-Rex. I think several demo discs had the T-Rex. I think at some point I perused like the archival efforts a lot of folks do, and bless them for it, to get the exact PAL demo disc that I used to have, because a lot of my original stuff did not survive some, I wanna say, family trouble motivated move out on my part. As in, I eventually came back and the stuff wasn't there because one of my parents had just thrown it out. Which, you know, not a grudge to keep in the greater scheme of things. Let's be. Okay, so these are the elevators. This is 61. I'm trying to run the one way like an idiot here. But where are, you know, where are Where's the stuff that makes up? Like, where is the actual museum? Is it over here? I guess it's over here. And we kind of have to go through this because our card gets upgraded that way. Which, honestly, as part of some kind of visitor program where you have a limited access card that is only, you know, enhanced very situationally, I like that better than sifting through the entire building, slowly stealing my way upwards in terms of cards. Which is to say, no, I don't like it better, but I think it's a valid approach. The President Shinra exhibit. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the Shinra building, our humble home.
Humble.
Oh, hell no!
Here
Yeah.
in the Memorial Museum, you can learn all about our president, as well as the various divisions that make up the company. And of course, the city of Midgar and the miracle of Mako energy. Whatever takes your fancy, you're sure to learn something new.
I wanna
Yeah,
learn
shut up.
everything there is here because Final Fantasy VII was one of those Final Fantasies that starts in media res, and a lot of the world is already established, and it doesn't take a whole lot of its time to actually explain, hey, how did we even get here? How did Shinra become this powerful to eventually supplant the government of whatever nation or nations or city-state Midgar used to be? What's President Shinra's deal? We learn very little about him in the original. All these things. I get myself an indoor scarf. It helps preserve my voice. Be right back. And you know, just a whole lot of the world building is kind of relegated to one-liners. It works. It's a perfectly valid way to tell a story that isn't really about the world building. Like the story is not about the war between Midgar and Wutai. It's set in front of the backdrop of it, but the minutiae of that war are not really important. Not even the reason for it. Although, come to think of it, if they want to develop Juffy a little more, Yuffie, if they want to develop Yuffie a little more, they should probably go into it, and they will. Which reminds me, this contains the DLC. Episode intermission, as it is named, so very Square Enix-like. We're not gonna do this before my vacation. But it's something to come back to. So, yeah. Also, I'll try to get the full playthrough of the base game up on YouTube before I leave. Okay, so they made arms, they made vehicles, they made trains. And eventually Mako Power. His favorite brand cigars. The cigar has been part of his character model ever since the wee little polygon models. Oh yeah. That's one way for an arms dealer to present himself. How do you access photo mode again? In grateful appreciation, Cloud. Zoom harder. In recognition of the generous contributions that have ensured the continued prosperity of Midgar, Mayor Domino. That's Mayor Domino. I suspect we'll see a lot more of Mayor Domino. I mean, yeah, he is. Ironically, he's supposed to show up and play a bit part in what's going on here. That. Oh, it's a drill head. Yeah. But I suspect, like, at first I thought Reef was the guy helping us along.
How's the grand tour? I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Wasn't it fun to learn about Shinra and our esteemed president? And to get a peek at the president's mementos? That was super cool.
Hi, Dagger. I love how they really struggle to not look evil in these. Like, even Reef doesn't come away super well. Palmer, I would buy that he's...
Next exhibit will teach you about the important work we do here by giving you a closer look at each of our divisions. I hope you're ready to be amazed, because you simply won't believe all the exciting adventures we have here.
God, those eyes. Where was I? Yeah, so the person helping us along with the hacking, I thought it was Reef, but then we got a cutscene that showed Reef just being buried in work regarding Sector 7. And doesn't seem to be him, so I imagine it's Domino. And I could even see, we already saw Kate Sif in the field.
These all look so familiar.
Because we've destroyed a bunch of them already.
I could see Kate Sif maybe becoming a hand-me-down from Domino to Reef. Because Domino, the actual mayor of Midgar, hates Shinra.
The advanced weaponry exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience.
What? Read this? This paper right here? Give me a moment. Welcome to the Shinra building. The Space and Aeronautics Division has taken rocket systems developed for military applications and adapted them to a different purpose. To search for new precious resources in the infinite reaches of space.
Oh
That being
no.
said, since we have plenty of Mako at the present, those plans are currently on hold.
Yeah, sure, let's suck the planet dry first.
Shame, really.
Yeah. We'll learn more about the space program in the sequel. Oh god.
Welcome to Shinra headquarters. My duties as Director of Research and Development are, in all likelihood, far beyond your ability to comprehend.
You're a hack, Hojo. You never surpassed gas.
As it would be a waste of my time and yours. But rest assured, we are making great strides. Albeit not at this particular moment, because I'm filming
This
instead.
is the truest villain in the entire game. Like the most evil person we'll ever meet.
As is. Science waits for no one, after all. So, good day.
The public security exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Aww. Wanted to hear Heidegger. Jody Maggio does such a stellar job with the voice. Okay, let's hear it, Mr. Tasty.
Our mission here at Urban Planning is to supply the residents of Midgar with energy created from Mako. We also take pride in maintaining public infrastructure, the pillars and railways that run all throughout the city. Currently, we are working to construct an intraplate expressway. When this project has been completed, it will provide much easier access to numerous locations all across Midgar. We appreciate your patience and understanding in the meantime.
Upward mobility. Okay, so I guess this is what Midgar is supposed to look like when it's finished. Like, Midgar is never finished. Some of the plates are still under construction. As it's been stated a couple of times, Shinra is looking to abandon Midgard outright. Because it's not profitable. But I guess this was the grand vision. Like, you could imagine that this would be near Midgar, what they plan to construct in the Promised Land, but the coastline actually matches. Yes, I'm a total nerd. I've played the original a lot of times, but yeah, the coastline kind of matches the actual location of Midgar on the first continent. But they're still building Sector 8, or rather, we're building it. But yeah, they've pretty much killed the entire environment around Midgar with those 8 reactors, and they're already...
Impressive, wasn't it? I hope you
like, the yield is already going down.
and the wonderful ideas and solutions that are produced to benefit us all. Here at Shinra, we strive to ensure the safety of all residents around the clock. Now, moving along, the next exhibit will teach you all about the miracle of Mako energy and our reactors. As well as
Barrett.
the city of Midgar itself.
Keep it
So
cool.
come on.
The model.
This is Midgar, our home, recreated in 1/10,000th scale. As you can see here, the 8 Mako reactors form a ring around the center of our city and keep Midgar running day and night. The Mako which flows beneath our feet is a truly limitless resource. At Shinra,
Bullshit.
we've developed technologies to extract it and transform it into the fuel and electricity that powers everything we do. Thanks to the miracle of Mako energy, our lives are richer and better than ever before. Mako keeps our lights on at night and made Midgar into the city that never sleeps. A triumph of technology and testament to man's potential.
But a bunch of lies.
Except that Mako has made people's lives better.
It's made people blind. Blind to the cold hard truth. Even I used to buy into their bullshit. Remembering that makes me even madder.
Right, Barrett was the one who advocated for a reactor being built close to his hometown. Yeah. So we just heard this bit that was played at the beginning of the game, and it's an excerpt from One Winged Angel, but I think in the context of this, it's supposed to be like a theme melody for, you know, the crisis. The crisis of the planet, which is, you know, just a term that kind of summarizes the events happening in Final Fantasy VII, and that's why one of the prequels is called Before Crisis.
Congratulations! You can call yourself a proud Shinra scholar. Now, moving along. Next, you'll learn about our progress in advanced science and technology. Please proceed to the 61st floor, the Visual Entertainment Hall.
Do I wanna know what science and technology has
Welcome to
cooked
the
up?
Visual Entertainment Hall, where we showcase Shinra's cutting-edge technology through an immersive visual and audio experience.
Was muss
Please
hier
relax
da?
and
Ah.
enjoy the show.
This place is empty. The hell?
Oh, come on. Now they won't be wild when they encounter the same thing in Cosmo Canyon.
Distant past, our planet was home to a people we call the Ancients.
Oh, they have an old-timey Final Fantasy airship.
Many millennia before we discovered Mako, these precursors were already pioneering its use. Somehow they learned of the great reservoir of energy pulsing beneath their feet.
This is amazing. We never saw this in the original.
And once they had, the Ancients developed the means to harness this powerful energy and bend it to their will. The fruits of their labors have survived to this very day in the form of certain kinds of materia.
Be sure they only used naturally occurring material. They were very in harmony with their environment.
We who are born of the planet, with her we speak, her flesh we shape. Unto her promised land shall we one day return. By her loving grace and providence, may we take our place in paradise. Alas, the Ancients themselves are long gone. 2,000 years ago, a meteor brought an end to their civilization. But before their fiery end, did the Ancients find their promised land? Even now, we have only to wonder.
Spoilers, they
Times have
didn't.
changed,
They all died.
and the Shinra Electric Power Company is committed to changing and evolving with them. Like the Ancients, we have harnessed the power of Mako.
Barrett's little reactions are just
Are they out
so
there
good.
watching us, waiting for us to join them in some blessed corner of the world? A green and verdant land where boundless Mako energy will provide for our every need. Shinra is working for you to fulfill the hope of the Ancients and lead us to that promised land.
Ah, this is the Neo Midgar design.
Dream is realized.
So this is what they want to build in the Promised Land.
That it?
Ah. That's not part of the show.
No!
Sephiroth.
Oh dear, oh dear. A man of my refined taste running out of butter. Short of its proper accompaniment, this tea might as well be boiled pond water.
What? What? Oh wow, Palmer.
It couldn't possibly have been.
His voice gets so
Made me
meek.
wanna puke. And not just because of the presentation, but the content too. Ought to come with a warning. That ain't for kids.
That wasn't just a movie.
That huge meteor. What was that about?
Like I said, nothing you should show a kid.
How has Sephiroth been manipulating the tech? Just caught myself not using the word hacking because the idea of Sephiroth being a hacker is a little weird. Like he's a villain who very much operates in different elements.
Congratulations! You can call yourself a proud Shinra expert! Your mission is to go out and tell everyone about the wonders of Shinra.
Get fucked.
You'll be visiting the repository of Shinra's expertise and know-how. Please make your way to the 62nd floor, the corporate archive.
What the?
Archives.
Greetings and welcome. Avalanche, I presume. My name is Hart, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I've come to escort you to Mayor Domino, per his request.
The mayor of Midgar? The empty suit that's just a mouthpiece for Shinra?
Yes. The mayor of our dear Midgar, the most magnificent city
Yes,
ever built.
my boss
Mayor
is an empty mouthpiece.
The visual entertainment hall has been experiencing technical difficulties of late, and he suspected that these difficulties might impede your progress.
So what does the mayor want with us?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him that yourself.
Guess we're supposed to follow.
One of, like, I don't remember if Domino's assistant was named in the original, and if he has a four-letter name, because they're not doing the four-letter minigame.
Look at this place.
That's beautiful.
So what? You telling me the mayor's some kind of crazy bookworm?
I will admit, I have a irrational reverence for these kind of places. I don't even read that much anymore because my ADHD in the digital age has just, no. Robbed me of sustained attention spans like that. And I know this is all wood, this is all paper made from wood, but you know, wood can be a sustainable resource. It can grow back if you
If this is a trap, you're a dead
if you
man.
pace yourself.
The mayor is waiting.
I'm sure we'll have time to run around here. Let's meet the old culture.
This can't be right.
Oh yeah, he was totally helping us out.
Wonderful. You finally made it. I am the mayor
Avalanche
of the
was an
great
inside job.
metropolis of Mako. Domino, at your service. I must say you three haven't exactly been discreet.
We really, no. None of us even wear masks, or...
I wonder who's been cleaning up all your messes.
What the hell's going on?
Come on, think about it. You've been caught by security several times, walked in front of every other camera, and scared an accountant half to death. Do you hear the alarm? No? You're welcome.
That's a really sweet way to expand his role and make the game more plausible.
I am Avalanche's man on the inside.
Say what?
Oh, wow.
Is it really that surprising to you? You've seen where they put me. The mayor of the greatest city in the whole wide world, tucked away in a secret broom closet in the damned archives. The nerve. Those stupid Shinra pricks thought I'd just shut up and accept their treatment. But they were wrong. Dead wrong.
I thought he was just, you know,
Well, this ought to make things easier.
We need to break into Professor
taking
Hulch's
advantage
lab.
of a situation, not that he was in cahoots with Avalanche
You mean you're not here to
proper.
give President Shinra his comeuppance?
We're here to save a friend who was taken.
But the president's gonna get his too, if I have anything to say about it.
Well, I don't particularly care what you end up doing, so long as it hurts Shinra.
Great.
So, I can get you as far as the 64th floor.
Hold up. You telling me that that's the best you can do?
That is indeed the best.
Wow, he doesn't even have clearance for the top.
But you're the mayor.
But you're the mayor? Does this look like the office of a mayor? I'm a glorified librarian, nothing more. They don't even invite me to their meetings. Sorting records and reports, that's all I do. My hands and fingers have more paper cuts than skin. No one knows my pain, my daily torment. They've made me a pathetic shell of a man.
Okay.
I like that they honed in on that he's
So just calm
bitter,
down.
but also an
Deep
asshole.
breaths, man. Deep breaths.
Let me see that key card of yours.
Let's make that 194. 64.
Here you are.
How does Final Fantasy VII use more plausible technology than a lot of bullshit we see in Hollywood movies? It's supposed to be set in our
What are we
world.
supposed to do?
You look for a fellow Avalanche collaborator. Identify yourselves and he'll give you a key card to the 64th. The countersign is... The mayor is the best! Midgar's mayor is nothing less! Everyone says he's cooler than the rest!
Tifa, you got that? Please tell me you got
Say
that.
mayor to the guy, and if he goes, the best, with gusto, then you found your man. You got it? If you think you've found the collaborator, say mayor, and see if he says the best. You got it now?
A lot of really nice screens though. Like, I'm not a fan of the idea of playing on multiple screens, you know, with a split visual. But I could see Mario Kart being a lot of fun on this. Oh. Mario Kart already has split screen to begin with. Yeah, no, this would be rad. Hey.
If you require additional assistance, please do not hesitate to ask.
So can you tell us anything about this collaborator?
Certainly I could do just that, but a man in my position must conduct his affairs with discretion. Which is to say that that which has been requested cannot be freely given, if you take my meaning.
You want money.
Disclosing confidential information entails considerable risk. Due compensation is to be expected. In this particular instance, that would amount to 10,000 gil.
Rip us off more.
That's a lot. Yeah, sure. I know what it's for.
The floor is reserved for our executives. The individual you seek is fastidious and well-dressed. This individual likes to visit the 63rd floor to decompress from the stress of the job.
That really
I mean, is it just gonna be Reeve? Or just...
Are you dissatisfied with your
Oh my god, is it Shinra middle manager?
This will help preserve our relationship. and
Barrett's
expression
final
of my
weapon.
gratitude and appreciation.
That's better.
Also, I like how he just has a freaking BFG on himself. Barrett. Oh yeah, no, this looks like something from Doom or Quake. Come to think of it, Final Fantasy VII was also kinda made in that era. Do we have magic attack power, max HP? This one's crit based. Let's get that relatively cheap materia. Oh, okay. I mean, okay, but I kinda just wanted the link. Oh, I have to get one for teen. Motherfucker. I need a link. Being jokers. Thank you. Barrett, so of course we want to boost this HP. And magic attack power for healing. Although this is a very different... I mean, it's probably not how you should be using this weapon. And I suspect we'll just go back to Bertha. And she's very finely tuned to his needs. Then again, low attack base power and good crit chances could work really well. Like, especially that attack where he just fires a million bullets with crit rate boost of low HP. Never mind. Anyway, let's get the HP. Oh, our lad doesn't heal over. Hit rate, hit damage. Nice. An ability, critical hit rate. Yeah. Low HP, defense low HP, of course, useful. Overcharge damage, 10%, critical hit damage, 10%. Hey, kitty cat. Okay, here's one attack power bonus. Here's another crit rate. Or weapon abilities, but we want that. At 65 magic, he should still be able to heal really well. On low HP. Let's get attack power boost. And a base attack power. This could be actually a worthwhile weapon. Maybe crits is where it's at. Sorry. Point blank consumes all ATB charges to deliver a close range attack that sends enemies flying. Okay. or so. Okay, we're losing 350 HP. Magic attack is actually going up, so the heals are gonna be better. All around, the stats are not that great. But, yeah. Let's put some stuff in here that could help him. HP and MP up could, of course, would always be nice. Barrett has actually, hi Azamek. Barrett has been our healer. Like, I kind of turned him into a paladin. Lots of HP. And, oh yeah, we should probably back cleansing as well. A lot of HP and, basically all the big healing abilities. And provoke. Yeah, let's take ATP boost. If I ever think to use it, but when I remember, not a bad idea. To have that on the healer, just squeezing a little more out. And also in combat settings, I want this one here. Since for anything that's not excuse me. For anything healing, I've just come to bring up the menu anyway, so I might well just go with combat shortcuts. No, that's gonna fuck with me. I'm gonna sure, whatever. Yeah.
I still can't believe the mayor is working with Avalanche.
Would have been nice to know. Idiots at HQ should have kept us in the loop.
I mean, we are the radical cell. I like how they fleeced us for 10k and immediately are like, it's maybe a little harsh on every player. It's I don't think that's a collaborator. I think this robot is just here to discreetly stroke Domino's ego.
Mayor, explosive.
Never mind.
Mayor, very fast. Shinra, very fast.
Ah, this one got it right.
Mako, explosive.
no way down, is there? Tis pretty though. Ooh. Whatever my cat posited in her litter box is not that pretty, I'll be right. I kind of appreciate about this very limited group. In ways I really didn't in the original. That if you're not, since there's a lot of materia that is not necessarily casting focused, like basic stuff like offensive or defensive magic, healing, so forth. But also stuff like item mastery or auto cure. So that means Cloud can get a lot done with a bunch of elemental materia on standby. Tifa doesn't even have to cast, so her magic attack is completely irrelevant. But still almost as high as Barret, because she's currently not wearing her metal knuckles, but the other one. Anyway.
So, about this precious promised land of yours.
He's giving him
Now,
nothing.
You misunderstand my intentions. I wish only to satisfy their material greed, so I can be left to pursue my great work. Our great work, my dear.
God, they made him so gross. And you can still see the hair strands that his son inherited.
Trusted me instead of trying to run. It could have played out quite differently. What a terrible tragedy to lose the last of the pure-blooded ancients. Though not completely, would you like to see your mother?
No.
Albeit through the lens of one of my microscopes. Did you really think we'd leave such a precious specimen specimen to rot in the gutter?
No.
We collected and cataloged every last bit of her. Hair, skin, organs, every fragment of every bone. As breathtaking in death as in life. As you, my dear. Ifalna was elegance, right down to her cellular structure.
They're not even playing around anymore.
And there it is.
He is the main villain.
Same elegance. Oh, yes. Time for yet another meeting. Sit tight. I won't be long.
Wow, girl. Very proud of you right now.
Here's the 63rd floor, where loyal Shinra employees relax and recharge.
It's pretty late, but I bet people are still here dealing with the aftermath of Sector 7.
It's the old
Bullshit, overtime for us on this city.
We need to find this
Never
guy.
mind.
Yeah. Guess I better get working on my conversation skills.
So, the mayor, huh? He's such a turd.
Cowards don't care who they hurt.
Huh? Nobody talking about the mayor? Oh, this is just the lounge, or rather, the actual employees' lounges. Yeah?
They look busy.
It's just an office building.
Plate did just fall.
Seeing them like this somehow makes me feel a little bit better.
Support is getting overwhelmed by calls. We'll have to resort to AI operators.
Let's find our contact.
Not seeing any security around. One less thing to worry about.
I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of an evacuation effort when Midgar falls in a sequel. Maybe the second sequel, so we'll probably all be 10 years older by then. Yeah, I imagine they'll cut. There might be another story cut, either after City of the Ancients, or the Northern Crater. Although the Northern Crater could be a really good wind-up at the beginning of the third game.
Where are you, Mr. Collaborator?
I think we just need to start talking to people who look the part.
Remember, say mayor.
If they say the best, then we have a winner.
Hello there. So, what'll it be for you today?
I'll have a mayor.
Mayo? Sorry, we don't have any here.
Sorry, always take my coffee with mayo. This was in the memo. God damn it.
Today we welcome a special guest, Shinra's Director of Public Security, who has an important message to share with us.
Everyone here at Shinra is deeply saddened and outraged by this unconscionable act of terrorism. But at the same time, we will not be cowed by threats or violence. To the people of Midgar, I make this vow. We will find the villains responsible and bring them to justice. Are you listening, Avalanche? You cowardly dogs!
Wonder if one of the translators was just sneakily copying some George W. Bush or Rumsfeld's quotes from after 9/11.
I think we're all feeling it.
It would be hard to resist.
Are you military? Cool, cool. I guess things have been keeping you pretty busy around here. You found the guys who did this yet?
The mayor.
What?
What about the mayor?
Never mind. No, I'm gonna be here a while longer. The mayor. Hey, shush. I'm on the phone.
Please, just leave me alone.
The mayor.
Yeah? Okay.
We still haven't put all the fires out.
Better catch him soon.
Can Cloud just get really close? No. I hope it's middle manager.
Hell that.
Combat sim. You can use it to train for battle in virtual space.
Does training in that thing really make you better?
Don't mind if I do, I still need to get some weapon skills.
Can I help you with something?
The mayor.
Is the best. I was told to expect you. Need access to upper floors, right?
That's right.
Before I trust you with this key card, I need to see what you can actually do.
Oh Jesus Christ, I knew it.
Do you know what would happen if you got caught? We're putting our lives on the line here. Prove you're worth it. We have a state-of-the-art combat simulator. It can provide a real challenge, let me tell you. If you beat the sim, then the key card is all yours.
Yeah, we tried to bring down Shinra, but then Tifa there twisted her ankle and it's completely unnecessary combat sim. So, that didn't happen. Everyone died. Jacket in the background? Oh.
Anywhere in Midgar is still safe? Doesn't feel like it.
Good eye. Look, you know how it is. One of the sectors just comes crashing down and you spill a bunch of starch on your ironing board and then you're just like, fuck it. I'm wearing this to work. I don't know if it's the physics freaking out or it's probably not intentional. Okay, let's do this state-of-the-art combat sim. What do I have to do to learn the new weapon skills? Finish off an enemy. I assume with point blank. And he needs to strike a staggered enemy.
It's on you.
Yeah, very, very peculiar. And I wonder if it's a PC thing, if it just happened on my game for very particular reasons. Okay, proficiency went up on that skill. He needs to finish off an enemy with that new ability. I mean, let's see how badass. Let's shave off a little more. Huh. We have any... Yeah, we haven't. Oh, you mean it's a Baba robot? Shit. Ah. Didn't land the kill. Cloud leveled up though. Okay. Does it count? Oh.
That's a win.
It's gonna only have this one simulation, huh?
Alright, I've seen enough. I'm a man of my word. Here, this key card will grant you access to the 64th floor. You can use the elevator to get there. Once you're up there, just what is it you plan on doing?
We came
Murder.
She's being held in a research lab somewhere.
Also murder.
Lab. Then she must be with Professor Hojo. It won't be easy to get to her. Access to R&D is limited to authorized personnel only.
We'll find a way in. Know where we can find Hojo?
A board meeting is scheduled to start soon. It's being held in the main conference room. President Shinra, Professor Hojo, and the other
I just spied a certain acquaintance of ours.
They like surprises. We can even take the president as a hostage. Think of the leverage.
Try it, and security will be on your asses in seconds.
We need to find out what they're planning.
You know, I would be partial towards just kicking him down the tower.
Head to the men's restroom.
Because so far the game has not made one single mention of Rufus, I think.
Thanks for the tip.
And that... I mean, yeah, of course. Leadership of Shinra is hereditary, it's this company. I don't think they ever bring up just it being publicly traded. If you're going to do a murder, please pick Hojo. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Cloud, I've been waiting for you. You haven't forgotten me, have you? I'm an intern in the R&D division here. I took the liberty of hacking into the executive's private network to monitor your progress through the building. I will support you in any way that I can. I sense a surge in trust. We should keep this brief to avoid suspicion.
Okay, here we can fight all
I look
these.
forward to receiving all of your future battle into submissions.
Wouldn't mind more combat. just so I can get these battle skills unlocked. Like, I know that the lab section is a lot lengthier in this version. Oh, that was a soldier trainees. Can get a cop panel. Supreme Bracer. 2-person team, 3-person team versus Team Right Back. Sure, whatever. Experience up materia. Yeah, that's a thing we need desperately at the end of the game. I know there's a new game plus, but oh dear.
You're good at this.
Witness the power of my Supreme Bracer. Ever seen some chompers this straight? Come to fear me now. Nice.
I got this. Take the lead.
Okay, let's go.
We're gonna stagger this fool once more, huh? How do I assess this?
Take the lead.
May notice that I just, whenever I want to go to Barret, I always go through Tifa first. Because I'm simply... And that's ironic because the stick placement is actually... Anyway, I just keep pressing left on the D-pad. It can go both ways, but for some reason when I want something to change something real quick, my thumb just goes to left on the D-pad. Even though I have a gamepad where the sticks are in the middle. So it's not even closer to the left stick. Oh, copies itself. Oh, that stagger went away immediately. How's Avalanche doing these days? Oh, just hanging out. Barret get blasted into the Shadow Realm. No items. Right. Can I do anything to revive Barret? Oh, we just shit out of luck. Ah, he's back up. those? No, that's not one of the chunky hands. Okay, Tifa has now free reign of her weapons again, since we mastered the ability that came with this one. That didn't do diddly. Come on. And we got the one for Barret. That is everything I wanted.
It's on you.
Let me handle this. It's on you.
I got this. Duty calls.
Bring it on.
My turn.
It really doesn't, but I don't mind chance. Like, there was a beefier version, but only one had it, of the hounds that you encounter in this, and I'm not sure I ever scanned that one. Where did that heal go? I don't think that heal ever got fired off. Ah. There's a slight disadvantage to give them, look at me, hit me, materia to the guy who may have most of the HP, but also has all the healing. So maybe the old bodyguard like materia should go to Cloud after all. Oh yeah, that would be a madism.
Keep it up.
Strike hard and fast.
I hope everyone on the South Pacific is reasonably safe. That's not a joke. That's there was a seismic event of considerable size, and yeah, just thought of it when Leviathan whipped out the tidal wave attack.
You're better than this.
That was okay. And there's more.
Need a breather.
We'll get through this.
not gonna lie, this system, I like it a lot. I wouldn't mind a touch of the old Final Fantasy XII Gambit system, basically where you program if conditions into your into your allies. Like, it doesn't have to be nearly as complicated as Final Fantasy XII, but if you could tell your allies to prioritize certain things, but they do an okay job to occasionally heal you, not slouch on the damage when you're not controlling them. It's okay. But what I was gonna say is that I have a hankering to play Final Fantasy XII somewhat soonish. Like, I've had the PC version of the really nice remaster for a long time in my Steam library. It's been one of those games that have been in my it has been on my to-do list for the stream for a long time. Yeah.
This fight's not over yet. Heads up, we gotta switch it out.
They're treating us to the Airbuster theme. That's gonna be probably forever gonna be my favorite version of Still More Fighting. Also, I just received word that my partner is coming home soon, and it means we're probably gonna have dinner and watch a movie or something. So I already said that this might end up being a shorter stream, but I wanna ideally finish the game today. Baltier is the cool one, and I think Ash is the actual main character in spite of whatever kinda irrelevant Bichon pretty boy they put on the cover. Like, it suffers from a little, you know, like for a while there, Final Fantasy was really good at learning the wrong lessons from its games, or not learning at all. The way Cloud is kind of a template that Squall was built on, but Squall was less interesting. And then you get oh god, what's his face? The supposed main character of 12, who's basically a light version of Titus, and he's just kind of there to fill a quota of Bichon pretty lads. Even though that's even more so, like, Final Fantasy X is actually about Juna and not about Titus so much. And that's even more true for Final Fantasy XII, where the story is about Ash and her, you know, the newly widowed princess and her efforts to save her kingdom. Bichon and dope? Yeah, no, that's an excellent way of describing it. I think Balthier is kind of the Han Solo of, like, I remember playing Final Fantasy 12 very far, but then also not finishing it. And I'm just kind of, yeah. I don't remember. I remember it being a lot better than, you know, I guess the collective zeitgeist. Like, it's not a reviled game, but also a game where a lot of folks maybe just kind of go, eh. And, and I remember it being pretty good. Certainly better than 10. Yes, I said it. But 10 it's mostly because Titus is an asshole, and I struggle to ever get invested in him. Yeah, Ash just going, dude, your reason for being in the story ended when everyone else got here, so shut up. Yeah, the probe materia, probably something we want to put on Cloud after all. And he's an elemental caster, and he has assess because getting rid of that bullshit. Shut up and look pretty in the background shots, yep. And the thing is, at least he wasn't a mopey douche. Like, I remember this much about him. He was pretty upbeat, positive guy, and, you know, the kind of stuff that Sidan did really well. Like, Sidan was an upbeat dude without being obnoxious. Titus was obnoxious. Yeah. But also, if you're listening to me and you're like, oh my god, Final Fantasy X is my favorite game, please shut the fuck up. It's my opinion, and it's not a super informed opinion because it's a long time since I've actually engaged with these stories with any, you know, in any breath or death. But, and if you like it, more power to you. I'm actually genuinely happy for you if you get a lot out of these stories. And characters from particular Final Fantasy entries that I'm not too fond of. Because that means at least these games were for someone, and that's fantastic. Also, Final Fantasy X has a killer soundtrack. That's like the one thing that I will say without any qualification. Let's pick on Big Bertha. Switch back to old Metal Knuckles. Oh, I didn't really have to. That's a spot of water. What? Okay. Fuck up. Okay. What did I even take out? Oh god. So, keeping prey material warm for Aerith. skill has to live somewhere, I guess. Don't think it has earned all that much. Only materia. The fact that they only gave us one all materia all game, like that's what Magnify is, kinda honks. I wish they had at least sprung for a second or third one. Oh yeah, no, I made a joke about the cock bangle being here to enhance some kind of performance, that's for sure. Yep. And while we're on that subject, did you catch Alex on, I think, Watch and Play saying, you think you could just hang a pair of truck nuts from a Prince Albert? Deeply cursed, I'm sorry, but it also made me laugh out loud, like very, very intensely. Haven't watched it. I don't watch Mail Time a whole lot, but if you say there's some good goofs in there, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, I guess Big Bertha does need another materia slot after all. Like, my beef with the Magnify materia, of course you're gonna put it on healing. That's the single most useful thing you can do with it. But then also everything else you could do with tossing your spells on multiple characters all at once go out of the window. You could use it with haste, make the party real fast. You could use it with barrier for the various protection methods. All of that shit. Like, I'm gonna use the hell out of that if I replay it on hard mode in New Game Plus, because I'm gonna pick up another one. But yeah, it's not great. And I looked it up, there's only one Magnify materia that you can get in a regular playthrough. So I'm glad I didn't miss it, at least. Can you even imagine? Sorry that I'm just faffing around in the menu. I'm also, like I said, I have to wrap things up for now. A little bit. Really, let's do that. Let's wrap things up for now. And I'll be back later or tomorrow at the latest for hopefully the rest of the game. It's 2 chapters, but I guess chapter 18 is gonna be more or less just us kicking ass repeatedly. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm just gonna drop this in chat. All of my stuff in a very condensed way. You know, the VOD archive, the socials where you can get notification from me going online, and the tip jar and all that, it's all there. and hopefully I'll see you later. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And, yeah. Bye for now.